Strength and weakness analysis. Strength, ताकत, weakness, कमजोरी. So we'll be talking about this. The first thing is, have you ever thought that you're very good at maths, but you don't get that much of marks in Hindi or English, or you can reverse it. Hindi, English, you're getting good marks, but maths, not very good. So the basic idea is, what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? If you know your strength and if you know your weaknesses, then only you can progress. You can perform well. You can perform exceptionally. For that, you need to know yourself, because you are the only person who can know you better. What are your beliefs? What are your values? What are your ideals, ideas? What do you like? What you don't? What are your dislikes? And on anything, any event, anything which is happening, what is your opinion which is coming out of your mind? And what is your background? What is your parivesh? What is your education? What you have learned in your life? So as I said, the first thing is to know yourself. Your like, your dislike, your beliefs, your opinions, and your background. And main thing is what you can do well and what you can't, what you cannot do well. There is nothing which you cannot do. A human being can do anything. But can you do the way the other person can do? So know who you are is the main measure of knowing your strengths and weaknesses. What are your strengths and weaknesses? Unless you measure yourself, you self-analyze yourself. So strength and weakness analysis is about knowing yourself, being self-aware. That is, who am I as an individual? That is, I'm so good, I'm so, intelligent. See, there are certain characteristics which are not what you are. Name, qualification, everyone has it. Everyone has a name. You might be qualified, you might not be. What is your relationship? You'll have your mother, you'll have your father. These are usual characteristics. I'm talking about looking beyond this. What you have inside. Okay? That is, you have to go outside these normal characteristics which everyone has. That is, you need to know as an individual, as a human being, what are your inner strength, on which thing you are the best, what are the talents inside you. You can play a mouth organ, you can run very well, you can add the numbers quickly. What are your skills? That is, you can do that thing better than others. Right? So these are the skills might not other have. And what are your weaknesses? That is, weaknesses, you know better. Other person cannot know about you. And you have to make these weaknesses as your strength. I'll give an example. I'm giving you certain examples of strength. That is, I am good at understanding other people emotion. That is, I'm very good that I can understand what other person is thinking, feelings, emotion. This is my power. And also, when I deal with anybody else, stranger, whom I have never met, I can be very friendly. I can deal with him without even getting harmed. So this is how public dealing is good at you, or you are good at. I can help my parents, I can help my friends, I can help my kids. I help them. I play cricket very well. I play football very well. But what are the weaknesses? That is, I am unable to resist the noodles like the chow mein and the momos and the burgers. I would like to learn more about computers. That is, I am weak with computers. I need to learn it more so that I can compete, or else I can be equivalent with the other kids, other people. See, everyone is a kid. Everyone is not coming with knowledge. So everyone has to develop certain things. So strength are those things which you do well. Everyone has some strength. I'll give an example. Everyone has a stomach, so he has to eat to survive. So in order to eat, he has to work. So whenever he is working, that is, he must have some skill or the ability so that he work. So everyone in this world, whoever, he will have certain skill, maybe a skill which can make him or her Rihanna or make him a normal worker in the whirlpool industry. Weaknesses is, what are the areas, what are the fields where you need certain improvement. That is, if I just touch this weight, the person will be able to lift it. There are certain things you might not be that good. You know, if your mother is taking you to Indian Idol or the competition and you can't sing, everyone is praising family, not others, and you are not a good singer, so this is your weakness. You cannot go to that job profile. The basic thing is, by understanding ourselves, we can. That is, what we can do, what we cannot. And based on that information, what we can. That is, if we can do something, let's plan it. Let's plan it. And if we cannot do something, let's plan it to improve. And by improving, what we can do? When we improve, when we practice, when we learn, we feel confident. We feel confident in ourselves that I can do this. Ambani cannot be Tendulkar. He cannot play cricket like Tendulkar, but Tendulkar cannot be Ambani. He cannot be that big, good businessman as Ambani is. How to identify your strength? How to identify your weaknesses? The first thing is, take time off to think about what you do well. What we do every day, every morning we wake up, we do the normal work, routine work, and when we are, thak jate hain, when we get tired, we just sleep. There is no time for us. Thinking of anything that you are always good at from the time you were born till now, what you are good at, and what other people appreciate about you. That is, everyone is appreciating you are good, you are good, you are good. That means these are your strength. But only if you think that I am good at it, people are not saying. I think you need to revisit your thoughts. Everyone has to appreciate, they have to give you the feedback. Okay? So it's better that people don't smile at you. Take your strength. Weaknesses. See, math is not life. If you're not good at math, take arts. That is, point out the areas where you struggle, what is difficult for you. And what the people are giving you feedback that, oh, you have done this, you are not good at it, you're not doing it well. That means this is your weakness, you have to work on it. You have to see that people response, people feedback is the criteria of getting better. Okay? So these are how to identify weaknesses. Always be open to feedback. If somebody says that you are doing wrong or you are not doing well, don't shout, don't get angry. Take it as positive feedback. Because accept the weakness, because you have to improve it. Okay? There is always an area of improvement. You have seen Usain Bolt, every time he runs, he better his record. Always. So there are few questions that can help you find your strengths and weaknesses. I have already talked, but now few more. How am I different from others? What are the things, skill, ability which I have better than others? I can sing well, I can play cricket well. That is how you're different. So when you're different, that is you have strength. How do I do better than others? Or what do I do better than others? So if I play cricket, I make 100, other only make 20, I am better at it. What do other people admire in me? People are always admiring. Whenever I do this, people say, very good. Okay? I'll just give an example that A person who is 50 years of age, he started dancing in just a marriage. And in YouTube, he became famous. I'll give an example of Indian Bhuvan Bam. He is the highest, the most popular YouTuber. But previously, he was just teaching Word and WordStar and editing software. But when he got his strength, when he found his strength, now he is the most popular YouTuber in India. What makes me stand out? What makes me different from others? That is my strength. What about weakness? Where do I worry and struggle? Whenever I get this, I feel somewhat, how do I do this? That is your weakness. Okay? People, you cannot be a public speaker always. Okay? Where, how, and why do others perform better than me? See, the people can perform better, but it is not that you need to compete with them. You can perform in some other field. What advice for improvement do I often receive from others? People give me feedback. If I sing, people say, no, you're not singing well. You need some improvement. Oh, I need to improve then. See, there are two things: interest and abilities. Liking, interest or liking, shock, adat. And abilities is what we develop through studies, through learning, through coaching, through tutoring. So, interests and abilities are different. Interests are things that we enjoy every time. You love it. If any kid, just allow him to or her to play, he will play. Every kid will play. That may be interest. So, activities which you love at school or whenever you are free, it makes you happy. And activities you are curious about. Whenever you have time, no one will ask you, but you will do it. That is, it is your interest. This is what you want to do. And activities you want to learn and you want to do it in future and earn your livelihood. You feel happy. That is your interest. But ability is different. Ability is what you acquired. That is, you go to an engineering college, you take a degree, or say mechanical engineering or civil engineering. You were good at maths and you cracked an exam and you went to mechanical engineering. So you have an ability, you acquired an ability to be a mechanical or a civil engineer. You know how hydraulic works, you know how all the mechanical parts work. Okay? How the buildings are made. You have acquired this knowledge. This was not your interest. So you can do that particular job. When you become proficient, you become expert. And by learning, by coaching, by reading. So please remember, interest may not match abilities. Interest may be different, abilities may be different. Okay? So interest may not match ability, ability may not match interest. Okay? But you can always improve your ability. You can say you are very good at making food, so you can go to a hotel management institute. You can be a chef. You can be a chef if you just like making food in your house. That is your ability, that is your interest. For example, I'll give you one more interest. You like cricket. That may be your interest, but maybe physically you may not play, or there is some other problem. So it's better not to be a cricketer. It may be your interest, but acquire ability, learn something, be a good, say, engineer, doctor, or lawyer, or some, and then you can earn money, and then you can follow your interest. Interest should always be there. Everyone has to have some interest that makes him happy. Okay, this is for checking your progress. I'll just give an idea because you have to do it yourself. Fill in the table given below, which can help you to prepare an action plan to overcome your weakness. Identify and list the activities that you would like to undertake to improve your upon weaknesses and continue to build your strength. Okay, the strength is I can speak many languages. The weakness is I do not understand computers. So your strength is that you can speak many languages. So now you can improve your speaking for other languages also. I do not understand computers, so this is my weakness. So I need to do something extra. I need to take extra classes after school. I need to learn from the person who is expert, and then I can learn it better. So you need to plan it. For example, the strength is speaking languages. So you can add languages like learn Mandarin, learn Hindi. For example, weakness is public speaking. I cannot be a public speaker. I don't speak well. I don't deal with people. I feel, I'm very introvert. So better thing is go to public, try talking, take coaching from the expert, learn, try to read the speaking way, how to motivate yourself, and be good at language and vocabulary. You'll be better. Okay, this is all about this discussion. Thank you so much and take care of yourself.